Caplan, please.
When I was young, and I learned in the Yeshiva Ketana in Kamenetz, I remember that we felt that there's such a thing as Elul, Chodesh Elul. It's a time of Cheshbon HaNefesh, a time of Achona for Yomim Noraim, a special time. The truth is, to be honest, I must say that the feeling really was a time to be tense, and I know that I sound very cynical, and I am. And that was the feeling. It went by years and years, and we forget that there is such a thing. And all that was left when it came Chodesh Elul was, we have to be tense. It's a time when there's tension in there, and that's all that was left of it. And to be honest, there was a feeling of let's get it over with. And to be more honest, when it came Yomim Noraim, the whole feeling was, did I get a feeling from hearing the Baal Tefillas, or didn't I get a feeling from hearing the Baal Tefillas? What feeling did I get from hearing them? And now it's time, after so many years went by, it's time to start thinking, to start going back to the Aleph base. And start thinking, what is it? What is it really? What is Elul? What is Yomim Noraim? It's time to start again from Aleph Base. I have to tell you, and I'll say it b'shem Omer without covering up. There's a sefer that's called Mילין from Rav Kook. And he explains over there this omek of the four things that are the yesod of Torah Shebiksav, which is Tamim, Nekudas, Tagin, and Osius. And he explains the secret of every os and the secret of every tag and every time, the timing, the trop, the nigunim. And when it comes to timing, I could see that he goes out of his kalim, he starts getting high, he starts, we nichnosim on l'olam shekulo or shekulo kedushim. I always said, I'm not a Talmid of Rav Kook, but I'm also not against looking at his farm. And I always said that Rav Kook, that's like drugs shebe kedusha. We have a yesod zeluma zeoselakim. There's always two sides to everything. Tzad kedusha and tzad tumah. Just like in the tzad tumah, there's such a thing as drugs, as getting high. And the tzad kedusha, the getting high, the drugs that get you high, that's Rav Kook. Or at least part of his form. But it's not something to learn as a limud. It's something to look at once in a while to get high. And I'm not such a bucky in his farm, but I think that from what I saw, that the Sefer Mילין is the highest of the highest. And when he comes to the tamim, to the trop, so he starts. So you see, mamish, that he goes into an ecstasy. Nichnosim ana l'olam shekulo or kulo kedusha. I don't remember the rest of the lesson. And he explains each one. And when he gets to the end, the last one of the notes of the trop is called Yerach Men Yomru. And literally it means a moon, a yarech, that's 1 day old. After the highest of the highest is the niggin. The olam ha-niggin is the highest of everything. And after we went through it, Osius, Tagin, Nekudas, these such holy things. And we went into the Olam Shekulo Or Kulo Kedusha of Tamim. What do we end up with? Yerach Ben Yom Moon, that's one day old. Where do we reach? Now let's start understanding the Aleph base. We're so high, we're so holy. Now we can go back and take another look, a new look at the Aleph base, where we all started from, where we came from. Let's not forget where we came from. Let's not forget where we started. Let's understand what we're doing here. Why are we here? For what purpose are we here? Let's look at it again at this simple Pashat Aleph base, with the look that we got after going through this whole trip of Oshis, Nekudas, Tamim, Tagin and Taimim. That's Yerach Ben Yomad, one day old. A moon that's one day old. And now it came the time in life, I feel, after all these years, it came the time to start looking again. What is Elul? What is Yomim Noraim? Do we really know what it is? And it's very hard to give this look, because we have all these feelings that built up in us from when we were young, and it's hard to look at the thing in itself and exclude all these feelings that we had as a child. One thing I want to say, there's one thing I never understood, and I never got an answer, and nobody ever explained it. One simple question I always asked. Every child knows that Chodesh Elul, the word Elul means Anila Dodi V'Dodi Li. The word Dodi is mentioned in Shir Hashir many times. I think the translation in English of the word Dodi is my lover. I'm to him and he's to me. We're so close. I'm to him and he's to me. And that's what Elul means. Elul means love. Elul means closeness. It's the closest time we can be to Hashem in the year. How does that fit, the question that always bothered me? How does that fit with the concept of Achona to the Yom HaDin? Yom HaDin means Hashem is judging us. Another 30 days, and now we're holding. Tonight is exactly the middle of the month, isn't it? Tonight was the full moon.
Yeah, I don't know exactly.
And we're getting ready. We got an invitation to come to the court for the judgment. And another 30 days on Rosh Chodesh Elul, we got this invitation. And we're standing, and we're supposed to be standing, shaking in fear. The judge called us to come in 30 days. Where's the love? Where's the closeness over here? We were called to court, and we know our matzah. We know what we did the whole year. Wasted time. Talked lashon hara. Talked dvarim b'teilim, things we don't have to. And shakua and taivas achila, and the shmiras einayim is very weak. What it's mamish apachad to go to the Yom HaDin, and that's what does love have to do over here, Bechla? Understand that Purim has to do with love, but what does love have to do with Elul? So if you look in the Ran, in Rosh Hashanah, and Av Gimel Medalef, in the Dapei Arif, in the old print, which I think most people still have the old print, Gimel Medalef and Dapei Arif. So the Ram talks about why was Rosh Hashanah Nikva in the Chodesh HaShvi? Why not in the Chodesh HaRishon? Nisan is called Chodesh HaRishon. Why Dafka in Chodesh Tisha is a person judging? So the Ram says and everybody, I would suggest, it's a very good idea. Everybody before Rosh Hashanah, as a hachana to the Rosh Hashanah, should learn this piece of Ran. And the Ran says one pshat is because Adam HaRishon was created he was created on Rosh Hashanah. The world was created, Chof Elul, according to Rabbi Eliezer, that Tishrei Nivra Olam. And the Odom was created on Yom HaShishi, which is Rosh Hashanah. The same day that he was created, he ate from the Eitz Hadas, and he was judged. And since the Odom Rishon was judged on that day, so that day is the Yom Hadin for all Dorah. And more than that, Adam Rishon was judged on Rosh Hashanah, and he was Yotza B'dimush, the Ran brings the Medrash. He came out, he said he came out Zakai. He came out clean in the Din. So he was Zoche B'din. So because of that, Hashem made Rosh Hashanah Yom Hadin, and every year we're judged in that month, and we will go out B'dimush. We'll go out free, we'll go out clean, we'll be Zoche B'din. That's why Rosh Hashanah is in the first day of Chodesh Hashvi because of Odom Rishon. Interesting is the Ran adds a word, and you see Bashomayim that Mazel of Tishrei is Mazel Moznayim. The Ran goes to astrology, uses astrology to explain what Rosh Hashanah is. You see that this is the month of Mazel Moznayim. That's why it's the month that should be Yom Hadin. Although I don't understand, because it goes according to the Shnas HaChama, Chodshei Echad, you say it in English.
Solar year.
Solar year, so it's not exactly Rosh Hashanah. I don't know. So he says, but you see, and this time of year is Mazel Moznayim. All that is good according to Rabbi Eliezer, that the world was created in Tishrei, in the end of Elul and in Tishrei. Now, but what are you going to say according to Rabbi Yeshua? But one thing is interesting. The Ran adds, according to Rabbi Eliezer, that the world was created in Tishrei. So the world, the beginning of Brias Olam was Chof Elul, v'lokach nagu beBarcelona uglilo sel, in the city of Barcelona, and in its surroundings, they're Noeg, that they get up for Slichas on Chof Elul. That's interesting. Because, first of all, I thought Spain was the Sephardim, and they do the whole Elul, they do Slichas, but you see from here that Sephardim was something that was created later, I don't know. And so he says, but he wants to show that you start saying Slichas a week before Shana. He says Barcelona. My son and his wife took a trip to Barcelona a few weeks ago. They wanted to take a vacation, or she needed a vacation. She works very hard. She's a nurse. So they took a trip to, I don't know why they chose Barcelona. And they went there. They went around, and I saw different pictures of there. What do you see over there? You see statues in every street, and gypsies in every corner. And they warn you, watch your pockets. There's gypsies over there. That's what you see there in Barcelona. More than that, I don't know. Although there is a kosher restaurant. So they saw Barcelona, but we know Barcelona from the Ran, that in Barcelona they say Slichas from Chof Elul. Very interesting. All this is according to Rabbi Eliezer, the Tishrei Nivra Olam. What's according to Rabbi Yeshua, the Benissen Nivra Olam? So what's the meaning of Chodesh Hashvi? Says there are a different pshat. Rosh Hashanah became Rosh Hashanah because Elul is Yomei Rotzen. Because
Rabbi Caplan, we're taking a break.